once again and have a fantastic rest of your Monday.
It is a glorious, glorious afternoon here in the lowveld of South Africa. I'm sitting on an elephant skull. He won't be contributing to the show. This is OnSafari. Now, if you have never watched this show before, I have to ask you, have you been living under a rock somewhere? Have you perhaps just received a television or electricity for the very first time? If that is the case, this is an interactive show. It is a highlights show of the last 24 hours on Safari. Yesterday afternoon sunset safari and this morning's sunrise safari we'll take a look at. Please do talk to us during the course of the next half an hour. You can do that using the hashtag WildEarth on the tweet. Alternatively, you can use the chat streams on the app, on YouTube, or on our website. And if you really would like to help us in our mission to connect people with nature, you can sign up as an explorer and watch advertisement free. Let's dive straight into our highlights. We'll also have a look at a couple of photographs during the course of the next half an hour. Here we go. Kapoom!
Have a look at this special sighting over here. Beautiful with a capital Beau. Amazing. Mother and baby. Absolutely amazing. This is a 4-month-old little baby. Incredibly cute. Now I must give tribute to the gentlemen and ladies that devote their lives to protecting these massive creatures. They are there day in, day out. While we are in our beds, sleeping sound, they are out there watching over them.
Eric really did, I suppose, hit the proverbial nail upon its head in that particular sighting. You know, we have had a real struggle in South Africa since 2012 to look after our rhino, and the national government, which is generally poor at, I would say 99% of what it does, including looking after rhino, has failed the national herd to a large extent, and it's private landowners in places like Amakhala and the Sabi Sands where we're sitting now that have ensured that we still have rhino and that we are able to look after them. And it's those private landowners who have invested absolutely astonishing amounts of money in looking after their rhino that have managed to make sure that we will have rhino for, I don't know, well, let's hope for forever. Yeah, it's a massive thing, but I do think that the private landowners are winning the battle. The national parks continue to be a bit of a disaster as far as rhino poaching goes, but certainly the private guys have done a good job. Kulu, who's directing the show today, has just given me a comment. Unfortunately, my small brain failed to hear the comment at the same time as it was driving my mouth. And it's one of the most difficult things to learn to do while you're doing this, actually. Here it comes. Right, the name that I'm getting is Peas Tour. Did you get it, Panda? Peas Tour. Peas Tour. Apparently you like baby rhino sightings very much. Yes, I mean, I like baby rhino sightings as well. Oh, peace to you. Peace to you, not peas to her. Peace to you, that makes sense. Okay, thank you very much, peace to you. Baby rhinos, certainly very, very cute indeed, especially when bathed in the Eastern Cape sun at the latter end of the summer. Okay, let's continue with the next one. Kabong. Hello, here are the lions. We have found the 3 lionesses. They are in the riverbed known as the Molwati or Mlwamati, depending on which version of history you believe. And so we'll take one species for our wildest Super Bowl. And that species is Panthera pardus. That is not a young male, that is a female. We've got 3 females here. Oh no, it's a young male. I take it back. I can see his bollocks. There we go. Right. Canine girl, you say you've you say we've made your day with the Talamati breakaways and it's nice to see them doing so well. It is nice to see them doing well. The male has lifted his head and Cameron, on camera, says that this is what he looks like after an afternoon nap. Slightly stunned, I'd say. It's probably, Cameron, because you have a couple of brewskis with your Sunday lunch. Oh, and there's a lioness got her head up. She seems to be watching something in the sky. I think she's hallucinating because I can't see anything in the sky unless she's just fond of clouds or interested in the changing weather. He's not. In fine teenager style, he's going to go back to sleep. Poor fellow. Life is very tough for a young male lion. I must just confess there that I called them Panthera pardus, which of course they are not. They are Panthera leo. I also managed to misidentify the male as a female, as you saw there, despite the fact that his manhood was on full display. I then managed to use a term that could be described as less than biological when explaining how I knew he was a male. So, I mean, it's certainly a highlight in terms of the animals we saw. I wouldn't describe that as a highlight in terms of the language or presentation skills displayed by yours truly. You can't always win, as they say. Okay, so that particular pride of lions is, it has a tricky life. There has been massive kind of upheaval in the lions of Djuma over the last little while, and as I said yesterday, Djuma, instead of being kind of the central parts of a territory, has become a little bit of a way station. And, lions come on from all over the place and then they disappear again. And we get nice variation in the lions we see, but we don't frequently or we don't always have the same pride of lions on the reserve. Prairie dog, is it prairie dog? You say that this makes you happy. I'm assuming the lions make you happy? I hope it's the lions that make you happy. Prairie dog. All right. I think it might be quite nice to look at a photograph quickly. Oh, no, we're going to have an advertisement break. So we'll have a photo for those of you who aren't going to be in the advertisement break.
Love is in the air, and where there is love, there is life. Keep your lover close and jump on safari as we celebrate Valentine's Day. From mating to courtship dances, our expert naturalists will search for all the signs of love in the wild. Join us this romance season.
Hello, are you Mr. and Mrs. Rolac?
Wild Earth, it's in your nature.
Welcome back to those of you who've just joined us. We are still waiting for our viewers from the United Kingdom, so let's see if we can't have another look at a photograph that comes from 2 days ago. That was a wild dog. On the clearings just outside of camp, and normally the light at that time of the day is pretty dreadful, but he happened to be standing in a patch of kind of, I suppose, polarized light perhaps, and the background, as you can see, was nice and dark and green, and I just thought the colors really worked rather beautifully for this particular photograph of the wild dogs. Those dogs went off towards, where did they go? They went down towards Mala Mala, and then up to, and the other pack went up north of our boundary, so we haven't had dogs for 2 days. Peace to you. You say you love their, what, hazel eyes? Is that what it was? I think that's what you said. Peace to her, or peace to you. All right, we're about to be joined by the United Kingdom, and then we will carry on with our highlight story. Right, hello everybody, welcome back. To those who just joined us, let's continue with our highlights. We're having a wonderful time. We had to move out of our lion sighting to make space for someone else. This elephant is... It's a superb show. It was initially a bit mean to us, but now he's delivering a wonderful display of spray the sand. It's now getting in my nose and my eyes. But there is no question that what this elephant is doing is assessing his situation, and I would have said almost philosophizing, because he's not trying to assess if we're a threat or not, because he can just move off. He's actually purposely placed himself on the road here. We were trying to drive past, and so he's decided to come and have an interaction with us. And why he would do that, I don't know. I'm not sure he knows. We were going to go back to the lions, but this elephant has blocked our way, and he's just been giving us the most unbelievable display, tossing sand all over himself. It's really been special to watch him. Yes, Kathy Lee, it does seem he wants to nap. I don't think he wants to nap at all, though. I don't think he's napping. See, his ears are held out. They're being held out continuously. He's not flapping them gently as he would if he was snoozing. And now he's departing. Goodbye, and thank you. I've had a very nice time talking to you. I hope that you've enjoyed talking to us. Either that, or he's about to press home a surprise attack from the opposite side, and we're about to be flattened. Yeah, here he goes. We just want to go up the road. That's literally all we want to do. Just up there. You have a whole river. Oh, he's shaking this marula tree. Look at this. Stopped it just in time. Right, that was quite an exciting time for me to sit with that elephant. I intended to try and get around and see those lions again, and the lions were doing nothing. I wasn't that enthusiastic about it. And then that elephant just stopped in front of us and threw sand all over himself and behaved in a manner that was extremely entertaining. Yes, Dive Bunny, you say that elephant was trying to get inside my brain. He almost did. Maybe he was trying to communicate with me telepathically. I don't know what he was trying to say other than, would you like some sand? I'm not sure. And chicken and what? Chicken and Bobby. Chicken and Bobby. You say James and the Giant Elephant is such a fun story. Chicken and Bobbies. Okay. Chicken and Bobbies, thank you. Yes, James and the Giant Elephant was a great story. Okay, let's go down to Amakala and find out what Eric's plans are for the afternoon.
Hello, and welcome to OnSafari. My name is Eric. We are here at Amakala Private Game Reserve, Eastern Cape, South Africa, where we are preparing for our afternoon game drive. So I've done a few checks. What I did here was, obviously, we need to make sure that we get back to camp and that we make it through the whole of the game drive. So checking the vehicle is important. Make sure you don't have any flat tires. Make sure your spare tire has air in it. We've been there, done that. We don't need to go there again. Transmission fluid to make sure I can turn my corners. Oil to make sure the engine doesn't seize. Diesel, of course, to make sure that we can go. Other than that, the plan for this afternoon is, it's a fairly warmish day here. It's about 40 degrees. We are going to look for elephants because on a day like today, they're going to be looking for mud or water, and they're definitely going to go for a swim. I mean, I would. So we're going to look for elephants. Hopefully they're covered in mud, and other animals that also like to go down to the water holes and also do a little bit of a mud wallow. Other than that, that is my plan for this afternoon, and yeah, we're hoping that we can actually get there. But for now, look at this beautiful scenery that we have here. Amazing.
Eastern Cape is not supposed to be windy at this time of the year. I mean, look, within reason. But this year I spent I was down there for about almost 3 weeks, and it was one of the windiest years I can remember. And not only was it extremely windy, and this is just not... Ah! Whoa! I got stung or bitten by some beastly hymenopterid. It was a wasp. Anyway, as I was saying, if I find that thing, I'm going to squash it to death. The Eastern Cape is not supposed to be windy at this time of year. The wind's blowing from the wrong direction. It's very strange weather. Anyway, I hope Eric doesn't have any wind this afternoon. Let's go just up there and find out what Kerry's going to do this afternoon. Phew.
Good afternoon. My name is Kerry. Behind me on the camera with me today is Cameron. And it's my last drive today for a little while. So we're just planning on just going out there and having fun, having a good time, maybe checking out some of my favorite spots before we end drive today. We'll go see what's happening down at Gowrie. I was looking at the dam cam earlier. Wasn't too much activity, but we'll go check out the dam cam, maybe Biffles Hook. Maybe head down to Baobab Dam, see if there's anything happening in the north. Yeah, just pretty much go out there, have a good time, see what's happening. We didn't get too much activity on Chitwa this morning. There was a little bit going on, but not too much. But yeah, that's pretty much our plans for the afternoon. Cam, you don't have any snacks with you today? I already had my snacks. No snacks. Did you enjoy your tea or coffee after the power went off there? Yeah, we didn't have power, so Cam had to boil some water for us on the stove. It was a mission, but we had some good coffee. I had a bowl of muesli and some yogurt. Had some peanuts and raisins. Listening to the squirrels calling, little tree squirrels calling. And it is a lovely day. There's some clouds in the sky, but yeah, looking forward to this afternoon.
found the hymenoptera. It was a little wasp that went crawling around outside. Anyway, I believe we are now going to go to an advertisement break, and so I shall wait for it to be cued by staring blankly at the screen.
Out in the wild, life moves fast. To capture the action, you've got to be in the right spot at the wrong time. Now, incredible animal behavior, selected from amazing amateur and professional footage, to reveal the secret lives of animals in motion. This is raw nature, caught in the act.
What we've just stumbled across. Oh, and there's some dinner items running across the road. Oh my goodness, what absolute excitement. Hello, hello, and welcome everybody to an exciting day here, Monday morning. My name is Eric, joined by Morgan behind the camera, and we are showing you live. We're coming to you live from Amakhala Private Game Reserve in the Eastern Cape. Have a look. The whole pride is here. That would be Mom and her 4 little ones, although they're not so little anymore. Fairly old. We'd call them sub-adults. They are no longer cubs. These kudus are playing it a little bit risky, and I don't think they've noticed these lions coming up the road towards them. Oh, definitely not. The man's taking a gentle stroll across the road. There's a couple of them.
Just such a lovely sound there of the bokmakiri. I do apologize for those of you who were watching when we lost the feed and suddenly went to the Dan cam and then suddenly we're on highlights. I'm not sure what happened there. It's quite beyond my very small brain. But we're back now. And that was a wonderful sighting of some lions at Amakhala. Whenever I'm around that area, most of it's farmland, and it's slowly being reclaimed, like Amakhala was, to wildlife. It was chicory and pineapples and that sort of thing. And I can't help wondering what it must have looked like 300 or 400 years ago, and how much game and wildlife there must have been. It's difficult to hear. Hey, Kelly, I think you asked the question, has any other animal tried to attack me other than a wild dog? No wild dog has ever tried to attack me, and in fact, as far as I'm aware, other than the wasp, not a wild dog. The wasp, has any other animal attacked me? In the tent, yes, I've been attacked by a few things. I was attacked by a scorpion once. It's a successful attack. It stung me on my arm, and I was very sore and very sad for a little while. Not very long. It wasn't a particularly venomous scorpion. I was chased into the tent by a buffalo once. I was chased into the tent by an elephant once. But the only two creatures that have ever successfully made physical contact and harmed me are the wasp today and the scorpion previously, and I think one of the cameramen may have punched me in the face while in the tent a little while back. You can't blame them. I can be quite difficult to work with. Okay, I also want to show you this magnificent strap. Do you see my beautiful strap for my camera? Panda, if you wouldn't mind zooming in. Personalized. And they're made by a group called Olive Creations. And Olive Creations, I think, make these beautiful camera straps, bino straps, whatever you like. And they've given them to us, obviously, so that we'll show them. And I'm more than happy to show them because they are very beautiful indeed. Catherine, you say beautiful scenery at Amakhala. It is. Especially in the morning and in the evening. It's absolutely stunning. Okay, Panda, shall we go into the wilderness, see what we can find? Yes, our plan is going to be to go, I actually don't know what our plan is going to be. Kerry and I said we'll just go out and see what we see and have some fun, so I think that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll catch up with those lions we couldn't find this morning. Thank you for joining us. We will see you out in the field. Put on your helmets and let's go.
This program features live coverage of an African safari and may include animal kills and carcasses. Viewer discretion is advised.